Well, patronymic, not last name. Фамилия? Last name. Имя? Число? Date. Okay. Right, the other thing. Is people formal or informal? What do you think? Informal. How do you know? Ты. Мгм. Ты студент, ты живешь, etc. Ты учишься, etc. So probably a couple of students, right? Or young people. Well, they might have conversation anywhere in Russia. So when he meant here, they could be in Siberia, they could be in Russia, they could be in another city. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe he's in Irkutsk. Irkutsk is a pretty big city in the southern part of Siberia and near the Baikal Lake. And it's a very old and beautiful city. So, could be there, could be anywhere. I don't know what he meant, this in Russia or particular city. Mhm. Okay, 5. Hey, Michelle, you want to try that? Mhm. Michelle and somebody, you want to try to two of you? Okay, all right, let's do that. Познакомимся. Мгм.
Меня зовут Ольга Александровна. А как вас зовут?
Меня зовут Джейн. Очень приятно.
Вы студентка Джейн?
Да, студент. Англичанка. Я учусь в университете здесь, в Москве.
Москве. Мгм.
А в Англии, где вы учитесь?
В Англии я живу и учусь в Лондоне.
Мгм. Очень хорошо. Окей, скажите, Джейн американка? Джейн американка? Нет. Она русская?
Нет.
Нет. And what's her nationality?
Англичанка.
Англичанка. Хорошо. И где она живет в Англии? Где она живет в Англии? All you have to do is just read from whatever over there.
В Лондоне.
В Лондоне. Ага, в Лондоне. Окей, хорошо. Он живет в Лондоне. And скажите, она учится в школе или в университете? В университете. Okay, let's translate the whole thing. Ага. Okay, здравствуйте, давайте познакомимся. Мгм.
Hello, let's introduce ourselves.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So hello, let's introduce ourselves. Or let me introduce myself or something. Ага. Меня зовут Ольга Александровна. А как вас зовут?
My name is Olga Alexandrovna. What is your name?
My name is Jane. And please come with me.
Мгм.
Are you a student, Jane?
Yes, I'm a British student. I study in the university here in Moscow.
In England, where do you study?
In England, I live and study in London.
Отлично.
Question.
Yeah.
Why is Moscow here at Moscow?
Very good question. We're coming to that things. Why do you think of that one? How do you say Moscow, London, England, or anything like that? So how do you say Moscow? What do you think? Based on what you see next. So what is this one? Can you read it? London?
Moskva.
Moskva, right. Moskva. Okay. So what do you think of Moskvе, в Лондоне, в Англии? What does that mean? From the context. You translate it well. Well, how do you translate it? Я живу и учусь в Москве, в Лондоне, etc. Anybody could guess? What is that?
Is that like the city where I'm from? or something?
Right. So when we use preposition and we use different ending, we come to the cases already. But let's wait with that because I don't want to throw everything. We can't mimic this and that.
Like I'm in San Francisco.
Yeah, so whenever we use location, it's already started the case. Okay? So the only thing by itself or as a subject of the sentence, it's an essential like dictionary form. I'll come to that one in very shortly. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But you already see it here. Okay. Any other questions? People formal or informal? Formal? Prove it. Здравствуйте. Okay, what else?
Вы студентка.
Вы студентка. Как
Вас.
вас зовут? Ага, хорошо. And отчество, right? So also.
Вы учитесь.
Вы учитесь, right? Мгм. Вы живете, вы учитесь. Ага, хорошо. Okay. All right. Next dialogue. Page 29. So what again? What's учить? Вы учитесь, ты учишься, я учусь. What is that word? Study. Я живу, где ты живешь, где вы живете. Live. Okay. Простите. Excuse me. Okay. What about как ты сказал? Как ты сказала? What did you say? Как вы сказали? Как ты сказал? Как я... Ты сказала? Okay, good. Okay. Давайте познакомимся. Right, yeah. So, okay, 29, 6.
I'll try.
Good. Okay, so we need one person. So you start and somebody else. Okay, Daisy. Okay.
Добрый день. Меня зовут
It's the English letter.
It's
It's almost
it's
English.
Jane, right? But it's that D and that
Jane.
Z.
Jane. We pronounce the same thing. Jane.
Jane, Parquet, ja, Americana.
American.
Oh,
Американка.
Здравствуйте. Краснова Ольга Петровна. Вы студентка, Жень?
Нет, я нет, я I'm sorry, what?
First letter U, right? U. And then
Yes, yeah. Peace. But the next one's skull.
okay, what's the first letter? This one.
P. Pet.
No. It's not there. What's the first letter? U. What is this one?
Chat.
No. Ch, right? So together,
Uch.
uch, and then the other one, u, uchu, s, and then
Учусь.
soft.
Учусь.
Я учусь.
Нет, я учусь в school, and then
Except it's not с, but sh. Я учусь в Ше.
Ще. Кул. Я.
Е.
Е.
В школе. Мгм. Окей. Нет, я учусь в школе. Мгм.
Проч.
Я про. Мгм.
Я
Про. Мгм.
про.
С.
Как вас. Как ва. Как ваш oat. I can't pronounce the word.
Okay, what about the first one? Про. Read that one. That's the easier one. Прос.
Простите.
Except the last syllable. Add the last syllable. Простите.
Простите.
Мгм. Простите. Ага.
Простите.
Как?
Как вас.
Ваше.
Ваше.
Ага.
Отец. Отче.
Ага. Отчес.
Отчество.
Во.
Во.
Yeah, отчество, it's actually the one of the, what make it easier to pronounce. T is almost silent. You almost don't pronounce T. So how do you say without T? Отчество, right? Almost don't. Or you could actually skip the T. It's like hardly anything. Отчество, right? Though it is from отец, отчество, but T became kind of silent because two voiceless consonants, they make it each other deaf to pronounce, so отчество. Mhm. Okay. And Petrovna?
Очень. Очень.
При.
Я.
Прият.
Приятствование.
Приятно. Right? Don't skip any syllable. Приятно.
Приятно.
Mhm.
Поздно.
Remember that pronounce like ца. Right? Познакомиться. Mhm. Очень приятно с вами познакомиться. Right? С вами познакомиться. Mhm. And then you just repeat the name. Mhm.
Overlay pronunciation.
Окей, очень приятно с вами познакомиться. And the person's name. Ольга.
Ольга Петровна.
Петровна. Мгм.
До свидания.
До свидания. Мгм. До свидания. Хорошо. И скажите, Джейн Паркер студентка? Джейн студентка? Да. Мгм. Она американка? Да. Скажите, она учится в университете? Нет. А где? В школе. Окей, хорошо. Вот школа. School.
Like high school?
We have a big difference because школа could be first grade, 12th grade, 6th grade, 9th grade, and it's not separated. So one institution. So people usually just go all the way till, it depends, it could be 10, 11, or 12th grade school. Not necessarily better or worse, it's just different system, right? But it's middle school, high school, and elementary school together. So it's a школа.
Would you call City College university?
Yeah, college. Yeah, college, университет, yes. Next level. Yeah. Okay. People formal or informal here? Formal. Where? How do you know? Здравствуйте. Вы. Vasha, and then they use отчество, right?
Swami.
Swami. Anybody else could guess what other form would give you a clue that it's formal if you already know that здравствуй and здравствуйте is different. Like you have few more forms of the verb which is could not the form of the word which is would give you a clue that it's formal. Здравствуй, здравствуйте. You know that pattern. Based on that pattern, can you guess any other one? Простите. Exactly. So what's простите?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. How do you say informal? Простите? Прости. Exactly. Like здравствуй. So that extra syllable те very often used for the formal. Помоги, помогите. Прости, простите. Like it's really imperative, really. Formally imperative. Right? So прости, простите. So that's what it is. Прости, простите. Помоги, help me, помогите. Здравствуй, здравствуйте. Etc. So that's what it is. Yeah. Хорошо, and the last one, same. Who didn't do it today yet? Okay, let's see. Do you want Melissa? You want to try to do that? And Caitlin? So will you try to do that? Because I didn't hear you today a lot. Let's try to do it. Caitlin? Здравствуйте, right? Здравствуйте.
Я ваш новый. Я
У.
учи.
That's a hard name. Okay. S. Remember we'll have cut one and set the Соломенцева. Right, it's a hard one. Yeah. Очень хорошо. Very good. Соломенцева, Серафима, and it's a long name, so that's fine. Геннадьевна. Очень.
Christine.
Приятно. Same as the previous one. Sierra. Серафима. Is. Just do it syllable by syllable, no rush, because some words are indeed hard and long, especially names. Is, then what's the next syllable? Ni. And last syllable? Извини. Извините. Ага. Отчество. Отчество. Мгм. Геннадьевна. Мгм. Хорошо. Мгм. Again, the same word. So you could repeat it and repeat it again and memorize it like eventually. Mhm. Mhm. Ли. Ага. Серафима. На. I know it's hard. Yeah. Серафима Геннадьевна. Ага. Те- Тебя. Тебя. Мгм. Меня. Right? The stress is я. Меня. Мгм. Okay, don't insert any other syllable. K. And what's the next letter? No. U. So say it together. K and U. U and then. Put it all together. Kurt. And last syllable. Kurt. Ni. Kurt. Mhm. Очень. Мгм. Познакоми. Remember how you pronounce this long word? Познакоми. I know, it's combination of this letter. And repeat her name. Ku. Kurt. Courtney. Right, good. Okay, you're doing very well. Don't worry about making it slow. Just pronounce clearly syllable by syllable. I know it's some of the names, especially Serafima Gennadievna, is very hard. Okay. People formal or informal?
Formal.
Prove it.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте. What else? Извините. Отлично. What else? What about, а как тебя зовут? So are they formal or informal? Exactly. So which one is formal? Which one is formal? Куртни или Серафима Геннадьевна? Right. Two. Right. So Courtney addressing formally and Serafima Gennadievna informal.
Like teacher student.
Exactly. But it's not just teacher student. It's what's учитель? Can you guess after я учусь, где вы учитесь? What is that? Teacher. So we have школа, университет, and we have a student's different name and teacher's different name. For example, университет, профессор or преподаватель, студент, студентка. Школа, учитель, учительница, ученик, ученица. So here's a little bit incorrectly up above. They say я учусь в школе, я студентка. But it's like for Americans, say yeah, I'm a student. We don't use word студент в школе. Okay? So usually студент в университете, в колледже, в академии, etc., etc., right? So в школе, ученик, ученица, учитель, учительница, etc., right? And usually teacher in a high school address generally speaking address to the students using we. So pretty much formal both way, generally. Of course, university must, and even high school, it's kind of tendency to do that. But in the middle school, or especially in primary school, teacher would address to the kids. Yeah, when they're small until they're 14, something like that. She would use they. Okay. So what's извини, извините in this context? Well, let's ask us this one. So кто Серафима Геннадьевна? Кто Серафима Геннадьевна? Who is she?
Ваш новый учитель.
Учитель, right? So учитель. And what else is that to know? Okay, well, let's translate this whole thing. Okay, здравствуйте, я ваш новый учитель, Соломенцева Серафима Геннадьевна. Which one of you started? Me. Okay, so translate that. Здравствуйте, я ваш новый учитель, Соломенцева Серафима Геннадьевна.
Hello, I am your teacher.
Right, new teacher.
Соломенцева Серафима Геннадьевна.
Геннадьевна. Очень приятно, Серафима. Извините, как ваше отчество? Вот очень приятно, again and again. Nice to meet you, Серафима, and извините. Excuse me, it's the same thing. Excuse me, what's your, it's not last name, but отчество.
The middle name.
Yeah, well, patronymic, right. It's kind of like you could make roughly analogy with the middle name, but not quite. Okay? So, what's your middle name? Well, whatever, patronymic, Геннадьевна. Очень приятно, Серафима Геннадьевна.
Геннадьевна.
А как тебя зовут? So, what's очень приятно, Серафима Геннадьевна. And then next one, а как тебя зовут? And, а как тебя зовут? Меня Куртни. My name? Очень приятно познакомиться, Куртни. Nice to meet you. Очень приятно познакомиться, очень приятно познакомиться с вами. All the same. Okay? So just you could use it differently. So again, what's отчество? Отчество.
Father name.
Father's name, right, patronym. What's очень приятно познакомиться? Nice to meet you. Очень приятно познакомиться с вами. Nice to meet you. All the same. Как тебя зовут? What's your name? And извините. Excuse me. Простите. Excuse me. This is synonymy. Both the same thing. So, извините, простите, or informal, извини, or прости. Okay? So you just drop the tense. Okay, any question about this dialogues? No? Да.
On that, on number 7, the second part where it's like Cox plus that word that like ochizva. Why is it and not but it looks like an O?
They will. Everybody could explain this that way. Why we pronounce we say отчество, right?
Because it's a stress word.
Right, because we pronounce with a stress mark o, right? If it would be unstressed, that would be a, right? Okay. Отчество.
It stresses the first one and then
Stresses
everything
the first-
like trails off after it.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Wonderful
weird.
question.
Yeah. Отчество.
Which one was your question?
Mhm.
Which?
It says why it's not
Отчество.
pronounced like
Oh,
because it's
отчество.
stress,
Oh,
right? It's stress, that's why it's not pronounced like
oh, I
Отчество.
don't always pronounce like it.
the last one.
Yeah, the last one.
Oh, you mean the last
Yeah,
one?
Because
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
trails off.
Yeah.
You remember I was talking about that it's not a rule, but it's general trend, and every single language, as I know in the European, except Spanish, that whatever under the stress pronounced very prominent, very clear. Whatever is not under the stress tend to be pronounced a little bit weaker. And in Russia, after the stress, even more reduced. So we just reduce that O with a not fully vocalic
So
vowel.
it's because of the O that's at the beginning.
No, it's
Right.
because it's after the stress we tend to reduce this the strength of the vocalic vowel. So well, any vowels, but vocalic especially like O pronounced like like schwa, right? Like mother. You don't say mother.
Okay,
Mother.
okay.
You
I
even
got-
reduce two the whole syllable,
That
right?
makes sense when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions about that? Okay, let's have a short break, right? And we'll continue this one.